children. Today our topic is transport in humans. Okay. Children, we are having so many systems in our body. Today we are going to discuss about a new system, that is circulatory system. And this system is responsible for transport of substance in our body. Okay. Circulatory system. As it has name, it helps in circulation of substances. Okay, it consists of three things. First is blood. Second is this blood carries the things, so it is carrying in what? In blood vessels. Blood flows in blood vessels. There are three types of blood vessels. First is arteries. Second is veins. And third is capillaries. Third type of vessel is capillaries. Okay. And next part of circulatory system is heart. Okay. So it is clear, blood is flowing in blood vessels, arteries, veins and capillaries, and heart is the main part of this circulatory system. It helps in the circulation of blood. Okay. Now we are going to discuss in detail about blood. What is blood? Blood is a fluid that flows in the blood vessels. Okay. It is a medium which carries, blood is a medium which carries nutrients. It carries nutrients from one part to the other parts. You know, in digestive system, digestion takes place, and simple food like glucose, it goes after digestion. What happen in small intestine? Absorption take place. The nutrient is absorbed and it goes into the blood, and then it transports to all parts of the body with the help of blood. Each and every cell get the nutrients with the help of blood. Okay. It also carries important gases like oxygen. Oxygen is very important for breaking of food. Okay. So you remember last chapter we had discussed in respiration that oxygen comes in the blood, and this blood carries this important gas. Okay. And bring back carbon dioxide. Third thing is water. It takes water to all parts of the body. And next is waste products. Waste products. Okay. Waste products like after different chemical reaction, they are taking place in different places and they produce waste like carbon dioxide gas is waste, and also uric acid and some waste are there. They also travel in this blood. Blood consists of, fact about blood, that whatever is the weight of our body, you know how much blood is there in our body? 8% of the weight of the body is the weight of blood. Okay, weight of the body is the weight of blood. 8% of the body weight, it can constitute 8% of the body weight. Okay. So it constitutes 8% of the body weight. Blood consists of several cells floating. Blood is made of two things. First is plasma. Okay, two components of blood are there. One is the liquid part, that is plasma. This plasma is straw colored, pale yellow. Okay, plasma, straw colored liquid. Okay, and in this plasma there are many cells are there. Three types of cells are there. First is RBC. We also called it red blood cells or red blood corpuscles. Okay, red blood cells are flat, disc like shape with the depression in the center. Like you have eaten poppins, just imagine the shape of RBC is like poppins. Okay, they contain red pigment. Why do we call it red blood cells? Because they contain hemoglobin. Red pigment, hemoglobin. What is hemoglobin, children? Heme is iron that gives red color to the red blood cell, and globin is protein. Okay, hemoglobin is there in red blood cells that gives red color to red blood cells. Second is WBC, or we call it white blood cells, or we also call it leukocytes. Okay, WBC, and the cells of WBC, they help in fighting with the disease causing microorganism. These WBC are called soldier of the cell. They help in destroying the disease causing microorganism. And what is the work of RBC? It carries oxygen. This hemoglobin, RBC only carry oxygen. Why? Because hemoglobin attach with oxygen and forms oxyhemoglobin. Any other molecules, any other chemical, it cannot carry this oxygen. Only hemoglobin carries oxygen. Okay, they contain, as I told you, they contain, RBC contain red pigment, that is called hemoglobin. This pigment combined with oxygen to form oxyhemoglobin that help in transporting oxygen to all parts of body. Okay, children. Now third, sometime you have seen third type of is platelet. First is this, second is WBC, third is what? Platelets. What are platelets? Sometime, children, you have seen there is cut in our finger. After some time, blood stops oozing out. Why? Why this happen? That blood is stopped after some time. You know, just because of platelets. What happened? Like suppose this is cut. Okay, blood is coming out. Some fibers are present in the blood. When they come in the contact of air, these fibers, they form network and they dry up. They form mash. Mash means jali bana dete. And these platelets, they are irregular in shape and they entangled in this mesh. इस जाल में फंस जाते हैं and you have seen the blood stops coming out after some time. Okay, when there is ordinary cut is there. So I told you about hemoglobin and WBC and platelets. As I told you, RBC, they are disc shaped, and RBC, they are disc shaped. WBC, they are irregular in shape. White blood cells, they are larger than RBC. Okay, but they do not have hemoglobin. So now we are coming to the next, blood vessels. As I told you, blood vessels, they are of three types: arteries, veins, and capillaries. What are blood vessels? Blood flows through our body in a complex system of tubes called blood vessels. Okay, three types of blood vessels: arteries, capillaries, and veins. What are arteries and capillaries? I am going to tell you there I am going to tell you the difference between arteries and veins. Okay, they carry blood away from the heart. They carry blood away from the heart. They carry blood towards the heart. They carry blood towards the heart. Blood to the hearts. To the heart. Okay. This is the first difference. Second difference is they are thick walled. They are thick walled. Why they are thick walled? Because the blood is flowing with the high pressure. The blood is flowing with the high pressure. Under high pressure, the blood is flowing here. That is why they are thick walled. They are thin walled. Why? The pressure is not very high. Move under, like they do not move under pressure. Do not move under pressure. Next difference is they are deep seated. Deep seated means they are placed under the skin. Placed under the skin. Inside, like we cannot see them upper side, they are placed under the skin. Placed under skin. Okay, and they are superficial. The veins you can see, they are like, you can see the veins. These are veins. Veins are what? They are superficially placed. Superficially. Superficial means ऊपर हमें दिख जाते हैं. Superficially placed. Okay. And the last difference is, the important difference we are discussing, they do not have valves. They do not have valves. No valves. Okay. And they have valves. What are valves? I am just going to tell you. See the picture I am going to draw here of both. It is given in the book. You can see that these are arteries, okay, and these are veins. As I have drawn thick walled, these are thick walled. Why they are thick walled? Because blood is flowing with the pressure, okay, and they are thin walled because there is no such pressure. The blood is not moving under pressure, okay. So thick walled and thin walled is clear. Second is no valve is there, as you are seeing, but here the valves are there. Why the valves are there? There are a series of valves present in the veins. They prevent the blood from flowing back. Like suppose it is coming from, the blood is coming from the digestive organs, okay, it is coming, and these valves, like it is going up, and this blood cannot come back, because when it will come back, these valves, they will close down. It will not move back to the organ from where it is coming. This carries oxygenated blood. This arteries carry oxygenated blood, except one artery. All arteries carry oxygenated blood except pulmonary artery. Children, last chapter I told you pulmonary artery carries I am writing down here. Pulmonary artery carries deoxygenated blood. Do you remember? In respiration chapter I told you, from heart this pulmonary artery takes the deoxygenated blood from heart to the lung. Okay, opposite here only one artery vein is there, that is pulmonary vein, that brings oxygenated blood. Oxygenated blood from lung to heart. Okay, this takes deoxygenated blood from heart to lung, and this brings oxygenated blood from lung to heart. So the difference is clear, children. All arteries carry oxygenated blood except pulmonary artery. All veins carry deoxygenated blood except pulmonary vein. Okay. Now last we are going to discuss about capillaries. Okay. What are capillaries? Capillaries are the thinnest of the blood vessels. They connect arteries to the veins. Suppose this is artery, okay, and there is network of very thin capillaries. Okay, you can see the network is there, and ultimately it goes and connects to the vein. Okay, just connect to the vein. This is artery, this is vein. So these artery and veins, they are connected by the network of capillaries. And these capillaries we will find where the exchange of substances takes place. Capillaries are thin-walled blood vessels and form a network of extremely tiny blood vessels between arteries and veins. The wall of the capillaries, they are very thin and they are semi-permeable. These, they allow diffusion. Do you remember, children, semi-permeable membrane? In semi-permeable membrane, diffusion takes place. Where are they? Like in lungs, exchange of gases takes place. And also, okay, diffusion of gases takes place, and chemical substance, they also goes in and out through this semi-permeable membrane. Okay, children, thank you.